What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. In this video, I'm going to be doing a penetration test with my AR-10s chambered in 308, and I'm going to be shooting at these big aspen logs. And these were cut about 2 months ago, so they're very fresh. They're a little bit moist, but they've been sitting in the sun for 2 months, so they should be mostly dry. They're not rotted at all. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to shoot some M80 ball ammunition from my 16-inch barrel AR-10 and my 20-inch barrel AR-10. And so what I'm going to do is my first shot is going to be at this log right here, which is about 14 to 15 inches in diameter. And if I penetrate that, then I'm going to shoot at this big one here, which is about 19 inches in diameter. So I want to see if this M80 ball is going to penetrate through these logs. Now, M80 ball is just full metal jacket, 7.62x51 ammunition or 308 Winchester. So let me show you guys the ammo I'm going to be using and the rifle, and I'll just show you quickly how thick these logs are with my tape measure in case you don't believe me how thick they are. All right, guys, so as you can see, about 14 inches on this side, and on the other side it's about 15 or 16 and a half. Okay, so I'm going to start with this side here. This is the skinnier side, 14 and a half, 15 inches, and then we'll do the wider side. And then this one here is 19 and a half if you count the bark. Okay, about 20. So let's see what happens, guys. You think the M80 ball will penetrate through these logs? Will it even penetrate through the skinnier log, the 15-inch one? What do you guys think? All right, guys, so here are the rifles I'm going to be using for this test. So this one right here is a POF Rogue. It's got a 16-inch barrel. Going to be using my Silencer Co. Omega 300. Up there we got the Ruger S-FAR with the 20-inch barrel. And here's the ammo I'm going to be using. Got some Norma Tactical and some Ammo Inc. Both of these are M80 ball full metal jacket. These are military spec, okay? And out of the POF Rogue, the 16-inch barrel one, I get around 2,575 feet per second with the Norma. And with the Ammo Inc., I get around 2,675 feet per second. And out of the Ruger S-FAR, I get around 2,700 feet per second with the Norma and around 2,750 with the Ammo Inc. So let's see what happens, guys. M80 ball, POF Rogue, 2 shots. All right, guys, POF Rogue 16-inch barrel, M80 ball, Norma. These were my 2 hits right here, 1 and 2. And I can't see any exit holes, so I don't think we penetrated. I don't see any exit holes whatsoever. So I'm pretty surprised by that. I thought it would go through, but looks like they didn't go through. I'm going to take maybe 1 or 2 more shots up higher. We'll see if shooting higher makes any difference at all. But I don't see any exit holes at all here. So let's take 2 more shots up high And if that doesn't work, I think I'm going to move on to the ammo ink, see if the ammo ink will pass through. And then if that doesn't work, we'll go to the 20-inch barrel and see if the 20-inch barrel does anything. All right, guys, so these were my second 2 shots with the Norma POF Rogue. Looks like we penetrated. Looks like this one penetrated through. Let me show you guys what we got going on over here on the back. So we got this exit hole here. Check that out. That wasn't there before. So looks like it penetrated probably that top hole there. So if you're hiding behind a tree about this thick, there's a chance that an M80 ball could pass through if somebody was shooting at you with it. So this definitely wasn't there before, this little hole there. So it definitely penetrated through. I don't think the other one did. I think just this one. So maybe because I'm shooting at the top of the log, it's not as strong up top, or maybe down in here there's some knots. It looks like we have a few little knots here, so the grain may not be perfectly straight. So that'll affect the penetration. If you're behind a knotty tree, that's always better than a straight grain tree. It'll be a lot harder for the bullet to pass through those knots, but looks like one of them passed through here, so pretty interesting. It's pretty impressive, actually. So I'm going to hit it now with the ammo ink and see what happens, and then we'll step it up to the 20-inch barrel and see if there's a difference with the 20-inch barrel. So I peeled the bark off just to make sure we had a exit hole, and here we have it right here. Okay. And it's still pretty moist. The bark is pretty wet. So that's pretty impressive. I'm impressed. So let's hit it now with the ammo ink and see what happens. That one's going like 100 feet per second faster. All right, guys, so here were my 3 hits with the ammo ink, 1, 2, 3. And I don't think they passed through. I don't see an exit hole anywhere here. So just that one Norma passed through though, and I actually peeled a little bit of the bark to see if maybe it passed through somewhere, but I don't see that it passed through. So pretty interesting. Looks like it's kind of hit or miss with the 16-inch barrel M80 ball 308. It's kind of a hit or miss. It might penetrate, it might not. So let's step it up to the 20-inch barrel Ruger S-FAR and see if that makes a difference. But it looks like M80 ball 308 just barely penetrating through this 14-inch diameter aspen log out of a 16-inch barrel. So let's hit it now with the 20-inch barrel and see if that makes a difference. right, guys, so these were my hits right here, 1, 2, and 3, and it looks like we penetrated. So let's go around the back and check it out. Looks like we got exit holes here. Check that out. Look, you see that? You can see how it zipped through the wood here, both of them. So it looks like one of them penetrated. You can see right here the exit hole right there. You can see some of the lead markings on the wood, and then it looks like one of them almost penetrated, and then it kind of exited out, like it came in like this and then it shot up. So pretty interesting. So looks like with a 20-inch barrel, and this is just with the Norma, this isn't even the ammo ink. So there's our exit hole with the 20-inch barrel Norma right there, and then the other one came out the top. So out of 3 shots with the 20-inch barrel, 2 penetrated, and out of 4 shots with the 16-inch barrel, only 1 penetrated. So that's pretty interesting. Looks like the 20-inch barrel's much better at penetrating. So let's hit it now with the ammo ink and see what happens with the ammo ink. Like we passed through on that one. Looks like we passed through on that one. All right, guys, so these were my first 2 shots lower, and then I took 2 shots up here higher up, and it looks like we have at least 2 exit holes here. Got 1 exit hole up here. Okay, check that out. And then we got some action over here. Looks like one of our bullets went through that same path that the other one went through. You can see this hole is a lot bigger. You can see this giant chunk of wood that was removed from the log. So one went this way, one went here, and then looks like one went over here and potentially exited out the top. You can see this wood here, this wasn't there before, unless that's just from the energy hitting the wood and it loosened it up, I don't know. But we have at least 2 exit holes. We got the one that went through here, and then we got the one that went through here, and then possibly a third one up here, I don't know. But the lower ones don't appear to have penetrated. So that's pretty interesting. See, I don't see any exit holes here. So it looks like it's a hit or miss with the 308, but the 20-inch barrel makes a big difference. As you can see, a lot of them are going through. Out of these 4 shots, 2 of them went through, and the last 3, 2 of them went through. So that's like at least 50 to 75% chance of passing through. So pretty interesting. So I don't think it makes sense for me to try this big one. I don't think it's going to go through. Even with the 20-inch barrel, I doubt it, because it's just barely penetrating this one. So I don't think it makes sense to go up to that one. But there you guys have it. 14-inch diameter aspen log, fresh. It's still pretty wet actually. You can see it's moist here. You know, you can see by the color here, it's still pretty moist. The cambium is still pretty moist, but it's not rotted at all. It's solid. So there you have it. AR-10 308 16 and 20-inch barrels, M80 ball, Norma, and Ammo Inc. For the most part, this log was able to stop most of it. For the most part, the 16-inch barrel had difficulty penetrating, while the 20-inch barrel had a much better chance at penetrating. So, you know, if you're hiding behind a tree like this, you're not necessarily safe. You know, you need to be behind something like this to be safe if someone's shooting at you with a 308 or similar cartridge with a full metal jacket or some kind of penetrator. So that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere.